Today, I'm about 30 miles outside of Fairbanks, Alaska. It's minus 23 degrees. I am freezing. But it's also the 1,500 subscriber special. And I'm going to be giving away a $100 Alaska Airlines gift card. Instructions at the end of this video, so you got to watch till the end. And one lucky person is going to win $100 towards potentially a trip to see the northern lights themselves. The sun starts out with its energy in its core at a temperature of over 14 million degrees, and as pressure squeezes the hydrogen into helium, it releases energy. This energy, in the form of heat, moves outward, resulting in magnetic fields. These can push through the surface, resulting in cool areas known as sunspots. From these sunspots, plasma, electrically charged gas, stretches tens of thousands of miles until it can break off as a solar storm. This solar storm travels 8 million kilometers per hour and takes 18 hours to reach Earth. Now, why doesn't this pummel the Earth with deadly radiation? That's because our magnetic field, courtesy of the molten iron-nickel core in the center of the Earth, protects us from all of this plasma and radiation. The magnetic field deflects this plasma, saving all living things on Earth from radiation, but couples it as it hits. We don't see this when it happens because the part of the Earth getting hit is facing the sun during the day. But as that energy moves past the Earth, it couples again, funneling that energy back to the weakest part of the magnetic field, which is the poles, and that creates the night aurora. And this happens on both the North and South Pole. Now, auroras are happening all day, but because we're facing the sun for half the day, they're blown out by the light of the sun. But we are able to see them at night, especially during certain parts of the year. That plasma reacts with particles in the atmosphere and excites them, releasing photons in the form of light. When the plasma hits oxygen, it releases green and red. When it hits nitrogen, it releases red and blue, giving a purplish pink hue. You can do several things to increase your chances of seeing the northern lights. The sun turns on its axis every 27 days, so when there's a lot of aurora activity, usually that's because there's a lot of sunspots on the face of the sun on the side that's facing the Earth. So all you have to do is wait 27 days, and there's a good chance that you're going to get a pretty good show. And that's based off what's called the KP scale. 1 being the lowest, 9 being the highest in regards to aurora activity, or likelihood that you're going to see it. And of course, that's all weather dependent. I've been up here several days. I timed this trip out to coincide with peak aurora activity as well as the least amount of moon showing. It's the closest to new moon as possible. And of course, the first several days I was here, it was cloudy. Never saw a single thing. And the last day, today, is the first time we've actually seen the aurora. The first day we've actually had clear skies. So even if you line everything up, you may not get to see it. Additionally, the number of sunspots on the surface changes on an 11-year cycle. The peak is called the solar maximum. The last one was 2014, which means the next solar maximum is around 2025. So in 2025, there'll be the most amount of sunspots on the face of the sun. The more sunspots, the more activity. The more activity, the more likely you're going to see the northern lights. Now, if you want a chance to win that $100 Alaska Airlines gift card, maybe go towards a trip of your own to see the northern lights, you have to like the video, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to leave a unique comment down below, not a reply to someone else's. And if you want to give your friends a chance to win it, share this with them as well. Then I'll do a random drawing based off whoever comments, and I'll let the winner know, and we'll send it their way. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for being a part of the first 1,500, and always until next time, get lost.